My professional career started when I was, I think, 16. So I got, somebody got in touch with an artist, John Junta, you ever hear of him? He took me alongside him and showed me how to do it.
Frank did a feature called The Snowman, which is his own character, and Giunta allowed him to use that character in this comic book, and that's what started Frank in the world of comics.
And was on my merry way. I was doing all kinds of books at the time.
Frank's case, there was a wonderful training field in the comics, and Frank very quickly, after a few short years with no real formal art training, became very proficient.
Now, he used to draw the funny animal stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with the material, but it's spectacular funny animal stuff. And he could have had a career doing that forever, and no one would have minded it because it was so damn good.
Wait a minute, you can't do that funny stuff. And that? Yeah, I can. I can do very funny stuff, very serious stuff. Judge for yourself.
And with Frank, he always says, that's the real me, Dave. It's not those heavy-duty paintings. That's work, that's hard. The funny stuff is really me.
It doesn't make too much sense, I know, but that's me.
Everyone else working for those books was an animator for a cartoon studio, usually Warner Brothers or Disney, except for Frank. And so his style is unique amongst all those funny animal artists.
Disney, well, they still want me, but they know better. Way back when, and then again and again and again. Always. They always wanted me to be part of their group. I said, no thanks. But they're all fans of mine, so I'm really proud.
And it was right after that, then he was given his own complete comic book to do called Thunda. And he did 4 complete stories plus the cover.
When I saw Thunda, I also saw the connection between Frazetta and Hal Foster.
Foster, number one, the number one man, was really, truly a great artist. So I did Tarzan lookalikes for about a year, 2 years, and they really looked like them, you know.
Here, Frank was, for the sake of making a living and taking care of his family and making a good living, was working for Al Cap on Little Abner.
And he asked me, you think you could do Little Abner? What? No, I can't do it. You can do it, you can do it. All right, so I'll sit down and I'll try to draw it. So I drew it. He says, you're hired.
What he did was ghosted the feature of Little Abner. Now, what a ghost artist is a person who works behind the scenes doing all the major character work. The lead person on the strip, the person who started the strip, which is Al Cap, would then come in and oversee the entire operation. Frank worked in conjunction with 2 or 3 other people in producing this strip and worked on it from 1955 all the way to about 1962.
Most of us didn't even know that Frank was working on the Al Cap comic strip. The strip looked awfully good, but we didn't know.
He just bought a house in Rhode Island, I think 11 or 13,000, moved us out of the city. And Al Cap, just right after he bought it, he said Al Cap asked him to move to Boston for a pay cut of half.
He said we would cut the salary in half. Goodbye. That was that. I said goodbye. From then on, then I had it tough. Yeah, I thought they'd all be waiting for me out there, you know, but it wasn't so easy.
You know, Dad was struggling when we were younger. I remember him going to the city trying to get jobs with holes in his shoes.
He was faced with a brick wall. Everybody looked at his material and said, we have no work for you. This is old-fashioned. This is not what is selling anymore. And it was a struggle. It was a very difficult time, the most difficult time in his career. Nobody would hire Frank Frazetta.